Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be going through the next two parts of history of electric vehicles, that is gas shortages spark interest in electric vehicles and environmental concern drives electric vehicles forward. If you haven't seen my previous video, please watch it because the current video is a continuation of it. Let's begin with the third topic on history of electric vehicle. Gas shortages spark interest in electric vehicle. Over the next 30 years and so on, electric vehicles entered a sort of dark age with little advancement in the technology. Cheap, abundant gasoline and continued improvement in the internal combustion engine hampered demand for other vehicles. During late 1960s and early 1970s, high oil prices and gasoline shortages with Arab oil embargo during 1973 caused low dependence of US on foreign countries and increased interest in finding their own sources of fuel. Then Congress took a note and passed the Electric and Hybrid Vehicle Research, Development and Demonstration Act of 1976, authorizing the Energy Department to support research and development in electric and hybrid vehicles. NASA also helped boost the popularity of electric vehicles with an electric lunar rover in 1971 becoming the first manned vehicle to travel to the moon. As you can see, the rover looked like this. At the same time, vehicles had limited performance, typically reaching 45 mph, and typical range was limited to 40 miles before needing a recharge. Around the same time, many big and small automakers began exploring options for alternative fuel vehicles, including electric cars. For example, General Motors developed a prototype for an urban electric car that it displayed at the Environmental Protection Agency's first symposium on low pollution power systems development in 1973. And the American Motor Company developed electricity electric delivery jeeps. Sorry for the mistake. That is electric delivery jeeps that the United States Postal Service used in 1975 test program. During 1974 to 1977, one successful electric car was Sebring Vanguard City Car. The company produced more than 200 cars. It had made its popularity a lot and it became the sixth largest US automaker by 1975. Now let's move on to the fourth topic, that is environmental concern drives electric vehicles forward. Over the past 20 years, interest in electric vehicles has been in very poor shape, but new regulations at the federal and state levels are beginning to change. The passage of the Clean Air Act of 1990 and amendments to the Energy Policy Act of 1992, as well as the new vehicle emission regulation issued by the California Air Resources Commission had sparked renewed interest in electric vehicles in the United States. By converting some of our popular car models into electric vehicles, this meant that electric vehicles now achieved speeds and performance much closer to gasoline cars, many of which had the range of 16 miles. Can you imagine the improvement, guys? One of the famous electric vehicles at the time was GM's EV1. This is how the model of EV1 GM looked like. The car was featured in 2006 documentary Who Killed the Electric Car also. Do you guys know? Do tell me in the comments. Instead of modifying existing cars, GM designed and developed the EV1 from scratch. It has a range of 80 miles and can accelerate from 0 to 50 mph in just 7 seconds. However, due to high manufacturing costs, the EV1 was never commercially viable and GM discontinued the EV1 in 2001. Worries about economical vehicles. There wasn't much sorry there wasn't much public interest in electric vehicles at the time, but scientists and engineers behind the scenes were working to improve electric vehicle technology, including batteries, with support from the Department of Energy. Compared to gas powered cars, electric cars at that time had drawbacks, including limited performance and range, causing interest in electric cars to fade again. Now, let's see what happened during these after 20 years in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with last two topics on history of electric vehicles.